This is Congressman Shri Thanedar.
This is Shri Thanedar, Democrat representative of Michigan's 13th Congressional District, which, according to the Cook Partisan Voting Index, is, quote, the most Democratic district in Michigan. The 13th District is 45% black, 36% white, 10% Hispanic, 4% biracial, 3% Asian, and 1% other. And judging by his photos, every single one of them Shri Thanedar's mom. This is a face that defies belief and offends all logic. You could cast him as Bollywood Tyrion Lannister, Bollywood Marco Rubio, Bollywood Adam Devine, or Bollywood Tiger Woods, and every one of those films would work. Shri Thanedar looks like someone took all those waitresses Tiger Woods fucked, stole the babies, raised them to adulthood, and had them fuck Shri Thanedar's mom, like an Iranian Abercrombie. There are too many genes here. Got a light-skinned rep look like Sammy Sosa. Got a dark-skinned rep look like Sammy Sosa.
Donald Trump has already done real damage to our democracy, but defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump.
You never would have guessed this, but Shri Thanedar wasn't born in the United States. He was born in India not too long after it was gangbanged by the British East India Company, hence the rolling R's of Sean Connery's Bond mixed with the unintentional rapiness of Mike Myers' Love Guru. Shri became a citizen in 1988 at 33 years old, and in shades of Ramaswamy, built his personal fortune through chemical and pharmaceutical companies, sold them, and was sued for, quote, fraudulent and misleading representations of the company's value. One company, Azo Pharma, crashed out so hard that, quote, over 100 dogs and monkeys had to be rescued after being abandoned in a Fauci-style research lab. In 1996, his first wife committed suicide, the only information about which is the implication that his friends in India blamed Shri. 2 years ago, coinciding with his run for Congress, Shri spent $18,000 to produce the short film Dear Pra, which was his wife's nickname for him, and which dramatically retold the final days of his wife's life and the depression he, quote, knew nothing about. Let me say this again. He produced a film about his wife's suicide, cast himself as himself, and titled it Dear Me. I'm sorry, you were impeaching?
The court said the wrongfully deported Kilmer Garcia must be allowed to return and receive due process. Trump ignored it. He ignored the Constitution. He ignored the very checks and balances that keep our democracy intact.
You ignored 100 dogs and monkeys and left them to die in sand flea hijabs. I'm going to ignore that you forgot to mention that everything you just said is propaganda, because I am utterly enthralled by a monologue that simultaneously sounds like a cliché British woman finding herself in India and the rapist who helped her find her way into the trunk of his airport taxi.
This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a dangerous, deliberate pattern.
But I repeat myself.
That's why today I introduced a resolution to impeach Donald J. Trump, outlining 7 articles of impeachment. Article 1, obstruction of justice and abuse of executive power. From denying due process to unlawful deportations, Trump defied court orders. Article 2, taking away Congress's power of the purse. Trump dismantled agencies and froze funds without permission from Congress. Article 3, abuse of trade powers and international aggression. He imposed damaging tariffs and threatened military invasions of our allies. Article 4, violation of First Amendment rights. He has retaliated against journalists, attorneys, and critics for exercising their right to free speech. Article 5, creation of an unlawful office establishing the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, and giving Elon Musk unconstitutional power over our government and personal data. Article 6, bribery and corruption. He has dismissed criminal cases and solicited payments from foreign governments and coerced legal settlements for personal and political gain. Article 7. Tyrannical overreach. Finally, and most importantly, he is attempting to consolidate unchecked power and erode the constitutional limits of the presidency. In this country, we have presidents, not kings.
In this country, we have... You know what? I don't know what the we have anymore.
That's not just misconduct, it's impeachable misconduct. This isn't leadership, it's tyranny. If we let this stand, we are saying the president is above the law, that the United States Constitution is optional.
You know what? The thing is, I could sit here with my highlighter and my notepad, and I could have ChatGPT read these things and summarize them for me, which is what I would do. I could go through these and have, my little legal pad where I'm typing up my debate notes. How about this, though? You're Indian.
That's it for today. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember, you're a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit.